Welcome to the Health, Balance, Wellness channel, your haven of peace. In recent years, there has been much talk about the importance of walking at least 10,000 steps a day to stay healthy. Many experts and doctors have argued that this daily goal can make a difference in preventing many diseases and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. However, new scientific evidence is emerging today that is redrawing the picture of daily physical activity. Recent studies conducted by researchers and scientists around the world suggest that there are even more effective training strategies, although much shorter in terms of time. Before going on, I ask you for a like to support our work. But let's get back to the video. In this context, a surprising idea has emerged. Practicing high-intensity exercise for just 10 minutes a day can be much more beneficial to your health than long walks that last for hours. It is a concept that challenges the most widespread beliefs, but is based on concrete data emerging from scientific research. Many of us grew up with the idea that walking a long time, every day, is the key to wellness. But today we know that it is not so much the duration of physical activity that determines our state of health, but the intensity with which it is performed. A light walk, even if prolonged for an hour, can be less effective than a short intense exercise that challenges our cardiovascular system. One of the most important aspects to consider is the so-called VO2 Max, or the maximum amount of oxygen that our body can use during physical effort. This parameter is closely linked to longevity and the general health of the organism. People who have a low capacity to use oxygen, typically those who lead a sedentary lifestyle, have a significantly higher risk of developing chronic diseases and, consequently, of facing an early death. In the medical and scientific world, sedentary lifestyle is now considered a real disease. It is no longer just an unhealthy behavior, but a risk factor that can have serious consequences on the quality and duration of life. In fact, a study conducted a few years ago highlighted an alarming fact: staying still for too long can be even more harmful than smoking. This comparison, although extreme, serves to underline the seriousness of the problem. Many people mistakenly believe that they are not sedentary just because they walk the dog, move around the house, or take a few steps in the office. Even reaching the much-cited 10,000 steps a day may not be enough if the intensity of the activity is not adequate. Walking slowly, without ever increasing the pace or putting the body under strain, does not sufficiently activate the cardiovascular and respiratory systems, which are essential for maintaining good health. To further clarify this concept, a study compared two groups of people. The first performed simple exercises such as 10 push-ups every 45 minutes, spread out over the course of the day. The second group, instead, walked for 30 consecutive minutes. The results showed that the first group, despite the shorter exercise, obtained greater cardiovascular benefits. This is because intermittent but intense physical activity is able to stimulate the heart, lungs, and muscles better, compared to a light and continuous walk. Another interesting element is that you don't have to be a professional athlete to get these benefits. Everyone can improve their physical condition, regardless of age or starting level of training. The benefits are proportional to the effort made. Those who do little physical activity will have some benefit, those who train regularly will have more, and those who can sustain intense workouts, even if short, will be able to enjoy significant improvements. It is also important to consider the psychological aspect of fatigue. Many people, especially in adulthood, avoid making efforts because they associate them with unpleasant sensations such as shortness of breath or an increased heart rate. Some people say they practiced sports intensely when they were young, perhaps running or doing high-impact activities, and now suffer from joint pain or arthrosis problems. However, this does not justify total inactivity. On the contrary, there are intelligent and safe ways to train without overloading the joints, but still obtaining positive results. A concrete example of how dangerous a sedentary lifestyle can be comes from an experiment conducted by Dr. Ben Levine, one of the world's leading experts in cardiology. The study involved a group of athletes who were subjected to 3 weeks of complete rest. At the end of the period, the participants had suffered a drastic worsening of their cardiovascular capacity. Years later, the same Dr. Levine tracked down these subjects to verify the long-term effects of inactivity, and the results confirmed how a sedentary lifestyle can negatively affect health, even decades later. All this brings us to an important reflection. 10 minutes a day of intense exercise are enough to radically change our state of health. You don't need hours in the gym or long daily walks. It's enough to dedicate a small space in the day to an activity that really involves our body, climbing the stairs at a brisk pace, doing free body exercises such as squats, lunges, jumps, or sit-ups, or even dancing energetically. The invitation is therefore to rethink your lifestyle, not underestimate the risks of inactivity, and find a moment every day to move effectively. If for now you have only relied on the 10,000 steps, consider introducing more energetic exercises, suited to your physical condition and the time you have available. It's never too late to start. Improving your health is possible at any age and with any starting point. It only takes 10 minutes, but they must be done well, with awareness and consistency. Every day can be an opportunity to do something good for yourself. Remember that this video is created for informational purposes and should not replace your doctor. If you have any questions, contact your doctor. If you like our videos, leave a like, subscribe to the channel to not miss the next contents. See you in the next video.